Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam Burhaan.
Assalamu alaikum.
Me and Burhaan went for a lovely cycle ride today. Yesterday I posted up something that was quite long. It was my YouTube debate, verbally scripted out. And I realised during the course of it that, our words get lost, in space. And so I thought, my son, Seyyed Burhaan here, he wrote something today which I thought was very well written. I wanted him to share it with everyone. Sid, do you want to talk a little bit about what you was writing and why you was writing today?
So I was scrolling through the internet as I usually do, and I came across a comment on YouTube, and this comment was sort of disparaging Tommy Robinson, and I thought that's a bit odd. This was
I'll just pause it for a second. Yes, if you'd like to continue with that. Sorry about the interruption.
okay. So as I was saying, I was on YouTube and I was looking at this comment. This person was talking about Tommy Robinson. First thing he says, which caught my eye, was, and this was on The Sun, so a lot of right-wing supporters. Tom Robinson is a shill.
And can you explain to me what that word means?
A shill.
Because I know it's relative.
It's not a new word. It's certainly not a young word. A shill. Somebody who sells out for monetary gain.
I get you.
And
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit odd.
Yeah.
I know he has made some money from some of his books. He's certainly made a platform from his Islamophobic messages, if that's what you want to call it, anti-Islam, whatever you want to call it. He's made his money.
Yeah.
He's made his money from that. He's made his money from talking about Brexit. He's made a lot of money from that. So, but he said he was a shill.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's a bit odd.
Okay.
And I kept reading.
Yeah.
And he says, no. He's a shill. Support this other party. Patriotic alternative.
Yeah.
So my eye was immediately caught. I thought, patriotic alternative? What is this?
Yeah.
And I was a little bit naive because I thought, well, maybe people on The Sun are starting to change. Maybe Tommy Robinson is no longer the figure that people admire him for. Maybe people want to switch a little bit more centre-right instead of far-right.
Yeah.
Maybe that was what it was.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
But when you found out afterwards, after having written this, you can talk to us about that. But let's hear your piece of.
Let me just give a bit of a background to what patriotic alternative is.
Yeah.
So patriotic alternative was founded by a man named Mark Collett. Now, if you don't know who Mark Collett was, he was the chairman of the Young BNP.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain to anybody what the BNP is. Certainly not the government, who are quite well aware of what BNP is and what Young BNP is. More specifically, because Young BNP, for those that don't know, spawned a group which maybe people are familiar with, maybe people aren't, called National Front.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if you don't know what National Front is, I shouldn't tell you. In fact, nobody should, because it's a prescribed terrorist group.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah.
But so this was the Young BNP, this Mark Collett. It came from that same ilk, and a self-described neo-Nazi. There's been several documentaries that he's been starred in.
That's terrible.
And many undercover investigations by the BBC comparing asylum seekers to cockroaches. The classic neo-Nazi stuff. Calling AIDS a gift because it affects gays, blacks, and all sorts of people he considers undesirable.
Yeah.
Classic neo-Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
But I checked out Patriotic Alternative. I thought maybe I should give it a bit of a look.
Yeah.
And, certainly a neo-Nazi, let's put it this way. So, he seems to subscribe to this idea known as the Great Replacement Theory.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know what the Great Replacement Theory is, it has a little bit of a sordid past. From what I understand, it's not something that is unique to Patriotic Alternative. There was I can't remember her name specifically, but there was it's on the tip of my tongue. Not Candace Owens. Anyway, there was an individual activist, a far-right activist, alt-right activist, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
She talked about this Great Replacement Theory. Unfortunately, this Great Replacement Theory, which is the idea that the demographic of the Western countries will be changed significantly to the ethnic minority population, that is the Great Replacement Theory. As I said, it has a sordid past. It was unfortunately part of a manifesto that was used by Brenton Tarrant, who I think if anyone wants to know, committed the New Zealand mass shooting. A few about just
Last
year.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
It was last year.
Yeah.
Time certainly,
It's flown, but
it's flown, yeah. And 51 people were killed in that, so it has, like I said, a sordid history.
Yeah.
But this party, Patriotic Alternative, has decided to make an entire platform out of this.
Well, let's just very, very quickly, because I'm really looking forward to listening to this. I got about, I think, 4% battery power.
Okay.
So let's.
Well, hold on. I'll just quickly do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, just to sort of cut it short a little bit, a lot of his ideas all sort of stem around this. He's gotten himself involved in the BLM debate. He's gotten himself. He's citing apparently some sort of scholar. Again, if I had the actual article on me, I'd be able to tell you.
Yeah.
He's talking about some academic who talked about the by 2066. This is his platform. This is the entire platform of Patriotic Alternative. By 2066. British white people will become an ethnic minority. It's a pretty crazy theory, but he's made his entire platform on this. But I thought, it really did sort of affect me a little bit, because I mentioned before it has a massive history, a painful history, especially for me. I'm a British Muslim,
mashallah.
British Pakistani, and what happened in New Zealand affected me. I think it affected many people across the world. I felt like I just had to make a comment on this. And I did. He has a forum, and I thought, okay, a lot of people supporting him, about 4 people. It's a very small number.
Very small number.
But I shared a comment of my own, and this is why I'm actually.
So let's add your gift to this.
Don't raise the hopes too much.
Your gift of words.
I said I was pretty frank with him, so I started like this. So, real question. Do you want all the immigrants and all children of immigrants gone? What's the deal here? You haven't posted a manifesto or laid out any campaign goals. I'm guessing you're not sure how to effectively run a platform on British white nationalism. I guess you're a single issue party. You make Tommy Robinson and Britain First look rational by comparison. The Great Replacement Theory, which you seem to heavily subscribe to, motivated Brenton Tarrant, who went on to kill 51 people in New Zealand because of his hardcore devotion to this idea. Delete my comment. I don't care. I'm definitely not your type of supporter because, for one thing, I'm not white, and it's hard to see where I'd fit into your organisation, even if I was a die-hard supporter of the Great Replacement Theory. Look, I'm not going to work myself up over this, because for starters, you're not going to get voted in anyway. And I believe you're aware of that. More importantly, it's a free country, and we're all welcome to believe whatever we want, including nonsense theories like yours. It's important that we all share our views, because today's Britain is built on freedom of expression, freedom of opinion, and freedom of belief. My grandfather served in the British Army when he arrived in the UK. My father is a teacher, teaching many children across this country, giving them an education and helping them achieve a future. I myself am currently on a degree course studying criminology, and I hope to eventually better this country and those who have fallen down the criminal ladder. I do not need your validation to certify that I'm British. I don't need to fawn over white ethnic pride. I'm proud of the country I grew up in, that I was born in, and I admire everything about it. Our history, our culture, our diversity, our intellect, our sensibilities, and our communities. I believe we should all learn about our ancestral heritage, but I don't believe that any homogenized group should ever have more rights than an ethnic minority in any country. It would be the first step towards making those minorities second-class citizens. Britain built an empire that spanned the globe, and now that empire has helped build us. Our leaders now descend from foreign lands, as well as native. Diversity is no longer an idea, it is a staple of our society.
Absolutely.
And that is unlikely to change.
Yeah.
I have many friends, white, black, brown, and colleagues that I work closely with. The real world outside of politics makes us better people. It helps us realise that our petty grievances are on issues such as race and nationality mean very little. As Britons, we are brothers in arms, out in the shops, in the hospitals, on patrol, in the field. This nation was built on a strong bond of brotherhood, one that dismisses petty prejudices and favours the character and strength of will of each individual. I have nothing more to say, but this is not the land of yesterday. It is the land of today. And the UK culture is stronger than ever.
Brilliant.
Thanks to a rich ethnic makeup and a diversity that we can all share and that we can all learn from.
I think that's wow.
I am proud to be British.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am not proud of what I have just seen.
Wow, that's really good. And if I can just very quickly make a comment before the battery dies, with the issue of equality and diversity, and helping people off the ladder when it comes to kind of like the criminal elements in society. By myself having been a teacher in prisons, I mean that's something that's close to my heart as well. And so equality and diversity. This is where we live. British values, right, include values such as Black History Month and that. And so there really does need to be a push, I think, and feel in regard to that direction, so that we're all more aware of what it means nowadays in the 20th century in 2022 to be British, you know. But I just